Warning: motorsport is a dangerous activity. The events you're about to see were filmed in a controlled environment under the supervision of professionals. Do not attempt to recreate or reenact anything you see on this show.
Hey guys, welcome back to Off-Road Addiction. Now we're out here for a play day at our local park, the Polaris 4wd drive park. We've got Ray out here in the Jeep, got Simon out here in his 70 series Land Cruiser, Paul in the Patrol, and Carl in the Patrol as well.
Hey, cut. Hey, Agent Orange, mate. There was a whole bunch of jerky in here. What'd you do with it? This is a new chili and lime. I haven't even had any yet.
Well, you better be in quick, bro, because I'm going to be snacking this pretty quickly. So while he has a whinge about that, you guys enjoy the footage, eh?
Thought we were a team.
We're here at the Force 4 workshop, thank you to Phil, and I'll be installing, with hopefully some help, a 3-inch EFS lift. Now it's a 95 GQ Patrol. It's my long wheelbase because I sold the shorty because my family's getting bigger.
While we get set up to do this, you guys check out the footage from the Woodhill Forest drive park. So we're just pulling out the front shock at the moment, and yeah, it's been in there for a good 20 years now, so she's pretty well stuck on there. So we're using a pair of poly grips to grip the body, which we won't be doing to the new shock, but because these ones are going in the bin, it doesn't matter so much. So basically, once we lower these shocks out, then we can lower it back down and start working on the radius arms. So as you'll see in the footage, the track we were going down first, we call it the canyon. You sort of drop in and you just keep going down till you get to the bottom. It's probably one of the harder tracks in the Woodhill Forest, and it's certainly one of my favourite anyway. We were heading down the canyon, got to a bit of a nasty point, so we thought, all right, we'll stop, we'll assess the situation. A few of the boys were keen, oh, let's just go. And it would have been fine, it wasn't dangerous, but there was a tree root on the right hand side, so the boys decided to get the spade out, dig it out a little bit, fill it in so it wasn't so rough on the drive line, and so we didn't get the wheels caught. So we did that, came down nice and easy, worked our way down, at the bottom of the canyon, you tend to lean onto the right hand side and you sort of scrape along the bank a little bit. It's not a gentle track. We like going down it because it's a bit of fun. We're undoing the radius arm. So the radius arm holds the diff to the chassis in a coil vehicle. Now, the tech tip for you guys, do it on the ground. It makes life a whole lot easier. If you do it on the ground, you chock your wheels front and back, and then when you go to take this out, your wheel doesn't move. So when you put the new one in, it's a whole lot easier to line it up.
Coming down through the canyon, we've had a lot of rain here in Auckland in the last wee while, and it definitely shows there's a lot of washouts. And the boys, you know, they're all tough trucks, but they've got mechanical sympathy. Yeah, they want to look after their trucks that they've invested in. So a bit of spade work, you know, it helps everybody else, helps the guys in the smaller trucks as well. Went through that section, and as you can see, the boys are slipping and sliding, but it's all hell of a lot of fun. While Caleb's pulling out the radius arms, I'll just talk to you about these front springs. You'll notice that the driver's side one is fractionally taller to compensate for the constant load of a driver being in it. EFS here, you can see it actually has DS on it. So that's one way to tell, but if you put them on the ground like this, you'll notice a slight difference.
At the end of it, Ray had some issues, bonded up. They couldn't figure out what was going on. They kept popping fuses, so they managed to sort the issue temporarily. They did a bit of a bush fix, they got it done, and we were away again. So we're at the bottom of the canyon. Ray sorts out all his issues. We roll out to the next part. The next part, also quite a cool track. It goes up. It's quite nasty, quite cut out. If you hit it with pace, there's a bit of a jump in there. So you go up along, and then there's a dip. Then there's two other little steps you need to get up. You get to the top, nasty little bog hole up there. Looks like it's yay deep. You climb on in, and oh yeah, you're in there. As you can see, Simon gets in there, sticks it on the limiter. You always got to check that your limiter's still there and working.
There's water on the ground. Yeah, good on you guys.
So once they winch out of this bog, then Ray came up. Ray took the easy approach, run the big PDO winch out right from the bottom, winch to the top. Set up the winch again, winch through the bog hole. We then go around the corner, there's another awesome climb. Ray says, I'm going to straddle this one. So he said, all right. So he climbs on in, and yeah, didn't quite go to plan, did it?
Didn't straddle, did he?
No, he sort of came in and it was a little bit softer than we thought, and it sort of sunk, and he went up on that funky little angle, and whoa.
Is that the, oh crap, I'm going to go over angle?
That was, yeah. So to get him out of there safely, we hooked Simon's winch rope up to the roof, backed him out gently. Once he was out, he took another crack at it, right through the middle. After a couple of goes, he found the traction at the bottom, and yeah, nearly made it, but didn't quite. So Dan's out again, running the winch rope, get to the top of the hill. Beautiful, winched up nicely. Simon went around the bypass, which is almost just as hard now. And yeah, we get to the top, regroup, and then rolled out. Carl came out, pedalled pretty hard with some of the other guys that came out, and yeah, as you'll see in this climb, he sort of gassed it, whop, and then sort of slid into the bank and whacked his door in a little bit. So he backed down because it's a nice road truck. You don't want to go destroying something like that. These other guys have bar work, and it makes it a lot easier. You can just sort of clip the bank and slide along it and keep going. It's not a problem. So yeah, can't blame him really. I would have done the same.
No, he pedals it pretty bloody hard, but yeah, mechanical sympathy. Yeah. So get into it, and I'll try and back this out without hitting something.
Try and back it out without hitting something? Get straight into the wall, or?
That will make it hard. I'll probably have to drive out and turn around. Thanks.
As you'll see in this next clip, Ray tries to climb up this short little bank, and oh man, it was impressive. Up in the air, lands, backs off a little bit, and then gives it another nice crack, and he's up. Right, so as you can see behind us, Ray's just had a crack at this track and it didn't quite go to plan, so he's using his modified PDO to pull himself up the hill. It's the easiest option here. At Woodhill we've got a very sandy clay-based slop. Once you get stuck, that's it, it's time to winch.
Hi, I'm Raymond. This is my son Daniel. We do the winch challenges with our Jeep, 80 series running gear.
Supercharged Lexus V8 engine, Lexus Auto or Prado Auto, standard Toyota transfer case, and then we've custom built a PDO winch, sort of a cross between a Gold winch and a PDO winch.
We call it a PDO winch because it is mostly PDO. Run Simex tyres, 35 by 11.5s, just on beadlock wheels with tubes.
8274 in the back as the backup electric winch if we have a problem with the PDO.
It's potentially very hard on a truck if you don't drive to the conditions here. It's very easy to break things here, like break your steering and your suspension and things, because it's soft sand and then it's hard clay or big gnarly roots. So it's, yeah, you have to treat it with respect when you come up here and not go hard.
So, this is the back end, as you probably would know if you're a train spotter. Panhard, springs, shocks, piece of cake this one. So I'll sit back, let Caleb do that, much like I did when he was on the end of the winch line for Lee. Swallowed up his 37s pretty easily, so got a bit of rev limiter in there as well, I think. Yeah, the boys seem to like lubricating that, so go and have a watch. How do you feel about that drive, Lee?
I wish I got a bit further actually over, that's alright.
Really? You're far enough down.
Alright, so we've got Lee here in his 40 series. And he's running 70 series PDO, 70 series axles, 37-inch traps. And he decided to jump on into this hole, so I'll run his rope out for him. This is why I'm better in the driver's seat. By the time I'm hooked up, the competition's finished. Now these PTO stands for power takeoff. That's where the gearbox drives a PTO unit, which has a couple of gears inside it, which comes up a drive shaft and it goes into this front of the winch, or the rear of the winch rather, and it's all mechanical. No electrics, water doesn't bother it. I run one in my Safari, they come factory with that. They're a good piece of kit. Whoa! Now the rope always gets bunched on the side, so it's good to reset each time. You always got to make sure you got good recovery gear, good rated shackle. You don't have to run a hook. Shackle will suffice. Now Lee runs a remote free spool, so he can click it in and out of free spool in the vehicle.
Hey, I'm Lee. This is actually my late brother's truck, so I'm kind of honoured to run it. So it's taken it basically on board to make sure it's out there doing its thing. It's what he would have wanted. It's got a Lexus in it, 37s, locker in the back. We've got future mods, maybe another locker in the front, Molly CVs in the front, shaved diff housings. The list just carries on. Been a good day today out at Woodhill. Got a bit muddy, a bit stuck. Good group of guys. Always having a lot of fun here. Come here almost every weekend when we can. I'm back tomorrow actually, so I can't get away from the place.
Is that it?
That's it. Nip that up and she's done.
Yeah, boy.
Drop it down, bro. Pretty happy with that. And again, thank you very much to Phil for letting us use his workshop. It's made life a hell of a lot easier.
Definitely time for one of these cold machines.
Hell yeah, I'm with you on that one, mate. Oh look, it's already open.
I actually quite enjoyed swinging spanners today. I really enjoyed it, mate.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, boy.
Alright guys, well that wraps up our day. We're taking some of the park home with us. It's been a wicked day. I think a special mention has to go out to Lee. Broke the truck, took it home, fixed it, came back with a couple of hours left, and pedalled it twice as hard, I think. So
Solid commitment. That's what we like to see, and yeah, it was great getting back out in the mud again. Good bunch of guys. We had an absolute blast out there, and there's what, 2,500 acres of playground in there.
close to home.
Yeah, it's close to home, all right.
Yep, so more of the same next time. When we know, you'll know.
Make sure you subscribe to our channels and keep up to date with all the action. There is much more to come, so don't miss out.